On April 5th, we traveled back to Washington, D.C. to take part in the hands-off National Day of Protest. Over 100,000 people took to the ground in D.C. alone. The protest was centered around the Washington Monument, but as the day went on, it stretched all the way from the Lincoln Memorial and down the National Mall to the U.S. Capitol building. Nearer to the Capitol building, a massive pro-Palestinian protest took place to demand the end of Israel's genocide of the Palestinian people.
We must never allow these fascists to take away our voice, even if people don't recognize, even if people don't understand that one day they might be the ones who get blackbagged and sent to a slave labor colony in El Salvador without due process. We will fight for them too. Because every single person here understands the fundamental truth. None of us are free until all of us are free. So I want to end with that and say, free Mahmoud, free Humaira, free all of the political prisoners. From the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. Your voices will not be silenced.
During the protest, they unrolled a long list of the Palestinian men, women, and children who have died at the hands of Israeli forces. They lined multiple city blocks with children's shoes to represent and mourn the tens of thousands of children that have been killed in Israel's genocide of Gaza. They marched through D.C. against the fascist president that continues to perpetuate these crimes against humanity. After the main protest, we trekked to the Heritage Foundation building to protest the hate-driven Christian nationalist organization that were the architects of Project 2025, the fascist plan that has been implemented by the Trump regime to destroy our democracy, force religious supremacy, and enact authoritarian control. But while Trump purposefully crashed the economy so that him and the billionaire oligarch class could consolidate the wealth and power, the people who outnumber them took to the streets to show the strength of their numbers, to show that the people of America will not let America be destroyed without a fight. The D.C. protests were just part of over 1,200 peaceful protests that were conducted around the country. Each singular story of fire igniting the resistance against the tyranny we are facing. The media would have you believe it was thousands of people that protested around the U.S. No, it was millions. Over 5 million people took to the streets, and not just in the United States, but once again nations abroad protested in solidarity with the American people in England, in France, in Portugal, in Germany, in Canada, and so many more. The next National Day of Protest will be April 19th. Now is the time to organize and mobilize. Now is the time to fight. Because by right, this country belongs to we, the people. It is our responsibility as Americans to protect those that are being targeted by the fascist regime. It is our responsibility as Americans to reject the fascist regime. It is our responsibility as Americans to preserve the democracy that awards us our freedoms, to forge new paths to strengthen this country we call home, and to do our part to foster peace and prosperity with the world as a whole.